Hello, hello, hello. Oh, it seems something always happens to try and kick me from getting on this live, but I will not be deterred. I am showing up, come rain or shine. Hello, hello, everyone. You're here for the rest of the story. And oh my goodness. Oh, what a story. An interesting story. But have any of you seen the video that I posted today? It blew my mind when I saw this unit in Quartzsite. But anyhow, before I get to that, let me say hello to some folks first of all. Hey, Marta, number one in the house again. Hello, hello, one of my moderators. Hey, Sheila. Hello. And Sheila, today I want to provide some information, if you would, for me. All right, I want to make an announcement on here because a lot of people have asked, and I want to share some information about Sheila that I've been meaning to put on one of the videos, and I just haven't gotten around to it. So I'm going to share it on here. Hey, Stella Wonders and Wanders, hello, back from Quartzsite. Ooh, going to be up to 90 there next week. I told you all, when I was there in January, it was the warmest nights. They were the warmest nights I've ever experienced in Quartzsite in January in an entire decade since I've been going to Quartzsite. So I knew that it was that hot at night in January, in mid-January, the beginning of January. It was going to be a scorcher, and it was not going to be tolerable for a lot of people to stay through the end of the $180 for the 7 months, which goes, I think, up to April 1st. I don't think people who don't have air conditioning, don't have RVs or something with air conditioner, I don't think they're going to be able to stay all the way through, because it's going to be simply too hot. 90 degrees already in February. Oh my gosh. I think it's going to be record-breaking heat this summer. But anyhow, let me say hello to the rest of the folks. So yeah, I talked to some people there, and some of them are already starting to leave that plan to stay all the way through. They just can't take it. Hey, Vaughn. Hello, hello. Nora, Vaughn and Nora, two of my great moderators in the house. Miss Net, another one of my great moderators. Oh my goodness. Hey, Barry, another moderator. Good evening, and afternoon to all. I can't believe I'm on time. You are, Barry, you are. You beat me here. Hey, Lindy. How is it going? Are you still in Quartzsite, Lindy? And are you experiencing that same heat? Were you there during some of the 90-degree weather? Or is it going to be tomorrow? I think she said. Oh my goodness. Hey, Adele, I want to let you know I have been praying for you this week. I mean, I have really been praying for you, and whatever you're going through, that you will just things will just have some smooth sailing for you. So I want to let you know that I have been praying for you this week. Let's see who else is in the house. Hey, Ma, SF Garden Oasis. Hello, hello. Everyone is saying hello to everyone. Let's see who else. Thank you for dropping those links, Miss Net. Hey, Caroline, Hannah, how are you doing? Who else? And Liddell's one of my members. I'm trying to think who else anyone else I wanted to get to some of the topic at hand, but I think I see everyone. I think I've been saying I'm going to be caught up. That's amazing for me to be caught up this early on. Hey, Jackie, how's it going? Everyone is still saying, hey, Kuliana, hello, hello. Pacifica, hello, hello. I think 3 Generations is in the house, and what a great and genius way to repurpose. I know. Oh my gosh. For those of you who haven't seen that video, go over and see it. And if you would do me a favor and share it out to at least 5 to 10 people, because I thought that was the most ingenious thing. Turning that $300, he bought a $300 tractor trailer or semi truck cab, the little cab, the sleeping cab. and he turned that into he put it on a trailer bed, and he turned that into his house on wheels, and he pulls it with his, Honda Element. I mean, is that crazy or what? So he pulls it, so he's got it's so tiny and compact and light that he can pull it with his Honda Element. And he gave me a tour, but there were some really cool things how he heated up, with his diesel heater and the I mean, he just it shows you can have very little money and do a lot with very little if you know how to shop. And he scavengered some of his things, but I'm not going to tell you all of it, but he scavengered some of his things in the desert there in Quartzsite. He went into different washes and found where people had discarded trash, and he repurposed a lot of that stuff. Oh, it was just so cool. I really, really enjoyed that. And I have some more, if I can get them edited, I have even more interviews that I did in Quartzsite, and some really interesting tours that I will be sharing with you. Yeah, it was, Iris, a really cool way that he repurposed stuff. And he built that out. The shell itself was $300, but he built it out, solar panels and everything, for about, he said under, I think he said under $500. I mean, diesel heater. He got that on sale for $50. But anyhow, I don't want to tell you guys all of it, but go watch it. Go look at you. You're gonna be just amazed, amazed. Uh Okay, thank you, Sheila. I appreciate that. Hey, Carol Rivers, another member in the house. Hello, beautiful people yourself. Oh, my GM is in the house from Alabama. I was in Birmingham once upon a time. It was for a funeral, sadly. Or actually, it was I was going to Disneyland and someone had passed. And so the only way I was going to Disney World, we were going to a family trip to Disney World. I was meeting my brothers there and niece and nephew, stuff, and found out about this particular person who had passed. And they were having their um, funeral in Atlanta. So I'm trying to figure out how I can get to the family gathering at Disney World and still make the funeral. So I flew into Birmingham, and then from there drove to Atlanta, then drove back to Birmingham, and then flew to Florida. I tell you. So yeah, so I've been in Birmingham just briefly, just drove around a little bit, not much. But Vaughn says this guy should have done YouTube videos documenting his build. It was great. He wants to, I think he started a YouTube channel, but he wants to get his channel going. So I am going to try and give him a little hand. So, in fact, I've got to find his phone number so I can let him know that the video is aired, and so he can reach out to me, hopefully, and we can do some things, and maybe have him on a live so we can answer some questions. Um, Let's see. Hey, Patty Wine. Hello, hello. How are you? Patty Wynn, I should say, from Missouri Ozarks. Husband had shoulder surgery yesterday. Doing fine. So glad to have camper van to rest in while he was there. Wow, that is so cool to be able to. I tell you, these vans come in so handy, even if you're not living in them full time. Just like going from place to place, and maybe staying overnight. I'm glad to hear your husband's shoulder surgery went well, Patty. I'm sure that was quite a big relief to you. Hey, Marilyn Fuentes, hello, hello. And everyone's still saying hello. Um, Lindy says, having a beautiful day here in Quartzsite. Last week, extreme heat. This week, cool. Okay. Well, that's good to hear. But I hear that it's going to be, someone in the comment earlier said that it's going to be 90 there tomorrow. So I'm thinking, I've been saying this since I was there in January. I think this is going to be a scorcher this summer in Quartzsite, and I think it's going to start early in the spring, not even into summer. Vaughn saying hello to everyone. Kuliana is saying aloha. How's everyone? Hey, I'm hanging in good here, Kuliana. Amelia, hey Amelia, hello, hello from Kofa. Oh, Kofa, I've been wanting to go there. That's about what, 90 minutes from Quartzsite? They say it's beautiful. Um, I'm good with the heat, but not my pets. Oh, yeah. Might need to find higher elevation or head back to Northern California. Well, Flagstaff is supposed to be pretty much a lot cooler than Quartzsite, and it's up higher elevation. So Flagstaff or maybe even Williams, Arizona. I don't know though. I know in Flagstaff there's places that people have camped there, but I'm not familiar with Williams so much. You're welcome, Liddell. I just pray that you're gonna have a good report soon. Uh Nora says, Miss Ned, I can't check now. I'm not sure what that is. Um Kuliana says, sending aloha from South Carolina, visiting with my Ohana. Okay. Newly retired at the beginning of the year. Yeah, you were sharing that you retired. How is retired? How is it as a retiree? How are you enjoying retired life? Is it what you expected? Is it better? Not quite what you expected? How is it compared to what you thought it would be? I'm curious to know about that. Hey, Sylvie says, yay, Globies. I'm late, but happy to be here to see you all. We're happy to see you. Everyone is saying hello, hello. Okay. Nora's going to check on something, but she can't right now. She'll lose the live stream. Um, uh, Mahala, Mahala, I don't know, and aloha. I'll just say the aloha. I know I'll get that right. Kuliana says cold in South Carolina. Really? Now that's kind of surprising. I would have expected it not to be quite as cold in South Carolina, but hey, they said it was freezing in Florida, so I guess that shouldn't surprise me. Thank you, Martin. Yes, hit that like. It helps the algorithm. I don't understand any of that stuff, but I know doing likes does help the algorithm. Thank you for being here, GM. Kulianis is getting closer to my goal on testing the Nomad life out. Ooh, so when do you plan on when is your goal set to be? When do you plan for it to be what's your goal date, your target date? Hey, world traveler, hello. He's still a young man. What does he do for income to pay for his nomadic life? He has some serious medical injuries, so he's on a very, very limited income of I guess it's okay for me. Well, I don't know. I didn't ask him if I could give permission, so I'm not going to ask. But let me just say he's on a very, very limited income. That's why he needed to salvage the parts for free, and that's why he needed to he couldn't afford rent, so he needed to find something for $300, and he got the wood for like $15, and he got that heater for a song and a dance. So yeah, he is a very young man with some serious medical problems. Hey, Cheryl Katz, how are you? Good to see you. Kuliana says, open for suggestions. Any. Hey, email me, Kuliana, at gloriouslifeonwheels@gmail.com. Email me and we'll talk. And we can talk back and forth, and maybe we can, talk about some things, and I can offer some suggestions or give you some information or put you in contact with some other people who can give you some good advice. Vaughn said, Kuliana, did we meet in Q at Carol's meetup about a month ago? Barbara Dove says, hi, Carol and everyone. Hey, Barbara, how's it going? Oh, Sheila says it's winter now in Flagstaff. Okay. You know what? I completely forgot about that. Yeah. I'm wondering because, yeah, almost anywhere you go, then if you're going to go up to higher elevation, you're going to hit snow. But maybe they'd rather, I don't know. And I hear they get a lot of snow in Flagstaff from what I've heard. So that's a good question. Probably going to have to go back to Northern California and then maybe hit Flagstaff or somewhere in Colorado, Flagstaff, spring into the early summer. That's true. I didn't even think about that. Nora said temps will be above freezing this time so at least the snow will melt a bit. Oh, that's in okay. In New York, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that, Sheila in Flagstaff. Good point. You're out there on the road, so you remember these things. Uh thank you, Three Generations, for and then for reminding me again about the thumbs up. Um Cheryl says beautiful now in Florida, 72. It's beautiful here. It is beautiful here. The weather is just amazing here. Uh okay, okay, Kuliana, good. I'll look forward to hearing from you. Um, so Kuliana says around the end of 2026, 2027. Well, that should be plenty of time to do your research and find out what you'll need and everything. Okay. Um, Amelia says Kofa used to be King of America Mining Company lands. Is 28 miles. Oh, only 28 miles? Okay, I thought someone said it was like an hour and a half because I was going to go there when they said it was an hour and a half going towards Yuma. I was like, okay, well, I couldn't spare that time going there and back. Um, even just a mile or less in, and you can find great sites, well spaced. Flagstaff will be colder now. Yeah, that's what other people were saying. I forgot about that. It will be snow, a lot of snow in Flagstaff now. Everyone's saying hello, hello. Uh yeah, you were in Hawaii and now you're on this side, stateside. Sylvie says, Cheryl Katz, it's been a beautiful day here just south of Tampa. Wow. I tell you, those people in Minnesota and all South Dakota and all those places where it's there's snowed in must be. I don't know how people could be in that kind of weather for that long. I was talking to my best friend who's in um Chicago area, outside of Chicago, a suburb. And I was asking her, I said, well, do you think you're going to be getting any more snow going into March? And she said, are you kidding? She said, someone was telling me we may be getting just snow as late as the end of May. I was like, holy moly. I just don't think I could take it that long. Uh, Thank you, Amelia. Thank you. Patty says, I love recycling. I used to buy good quality dresses at thrift stores, then make modest little girls' dresses from the fabric. That's a cool idea. I love that idea. But anymore, have you seen the prices at thrift stores? I was in a good, now I guess it depends on where you're at, because I was in a thrift store in New Mexico and things there were dirt cheap. But I was in a thrift store in San Diego County, and I'm telling you, some of the prices were off the chain. And uh there was a purse in there. It was like $49. And I saw some shoes. They were like although I don't usually buy shoes, but they were like, how much were they? Think they were sneakers were $45. I was like, what the heck? At a thrift store? So yeah. So I may have to be starting to uh cut out certain thrift stores and only go to garage sales. I think I may find better deals there. Vaughn says Kuliana Pacific kind of so when I met someone thinking so then I met someone thinking they were you. Yeah, no, she wasn't at the meetup, Vaughn. Sheila says, Carol, today 11 months since the broken patella. Tomorrow 11 months since first surgery. You can do anything. Absolutely, Sheila. You are a trooper, a absolute trooper. Hey, Billy Clover. Hello. Uh Lindy says, Vons, you met Julie. She's still in Quartzsite. Okay, we got that cleared up. Nora says, Carol missed that I said we were expecting a blizzard tomorrow. Oh, a blizzard. Okay. Oh God. I missed some of the stuff and oh my goodness. So you're getting a blizzard tomorrow? Oh my words. Well, you'll probably be in there baking up a storm if I know you. Oh my goodness. That Kuliana says that's too funny, Vaughn. Oh my goodness. Um Vaughn says, Lindy, I'm all screwed up. Sylvie says, yay, Sheila. Your faith and courage are inspiring. They are indeed, aren't they? Sheila is a very inspirational person. Cheryl says, Sylvie, we had some very cold ones, so I'm enjoying this weather. I bet. I bet. Uh, Lindy says, no, just lots of different people. LOL. I tell you, Lindy, you told the truth there. You will meet some of the most interesting people you ever want to meet. I'll put it like that in Quartzsite. I mean, you'll meet them in Quartzsite during the winter. That's absolutely for certain. And but you'll also see some of the most creative, inspirational, just amazing rigs that people like the one that I showed today that people have made from a little bit of nothing. I mean, it's unbelievable. And I posted up, I'm gonna go back in the video, I mean in the comments after I get off the live, and I'm going to post in the comments, I'm going to post the video from Kay, who is living in her smart car. So any of you who have not seen that, just to show another small space that someone has lived in. And Robert, he's 6 foot. And as you can see, if you've seen the video, he's not a small guy, yet he's living in that little cab full time on the road. Oh my goodness. Isn't that something? Sheila says, thank you, Sylvie. Vaughn says, Carol, I saw a YouTube video when they were selling an empty jelly jar for $10 when the new was only 5. I know. I look at some of the prices at some of these thrift stores now, and I'm just blown away. I am absolutely blown away. And then but here's the crazy thing. I'll see something that may be worth, now this doesn't happen often, but I'll see something that's maybe worth, I got something there that was worth probably about $40, and it was marked $7. I mean, even used, it was worth $40 and it was marked 7. So I don't know how they mark things at these thrift stores, but I mean, you can still get good buys, but a lot of the stuff is, I've noticed where they used to have dresses and certain ones were $6.99, $7.99, they're now $9.99 and $12.99. I mean, the prices have really gone up, So I guess everyone's probably I'm guessing the rent has gone up, so I guess they have to do it to keep the doors open. I don't know. Sylvie says thrift stores started upping their prices when they realized people were snatching up loads of merchandise for resale. But still, that's not everyone. Everyone that goes into thrift stores aren't people who are grabbing stuff up to resell it. A lot of people who are going into thrift stores are going there to clothe their kids, are going there to buy clothes for work because they can't afford professional clothes, to go to a job maybe as a receptionist or something where you need to look nice, but they can't afford it. So to make everyone suffer because some people, and here's the thing, even if people are selling them online, the thrift store is still making their money. So, but anyhow, it is what it is. Hey, Catherine, fabulous 60s says better late than never. Absolutely. Lindy says, stay positive, Sheila, and I will keep you in my thoughts. Yes, definitely, Lindy. We need to be keeping each other in our thoughts and supporting each other. Absolutely. Nora says, laughing out loud, hell yeah, baking bread, maybe chicken soup. Oh, yeah. Just had a bit of a cold. So we stopped, although I don't usually do this, but we stopped. I usually only get free drinks at Panera, but in fact, I got one this morning. But we stopped and got some of their onion soup. Ooh, their French onion soup is really good. She was going to get their baked potato. She got chicken noodle because she had tiny little bit of a cold coming on. And I got the French onion. Oh, It was good. I don't usually like onions unless they're really cooked real well. And these were really good. Oh, ooh, it was cold that day. It was rainy and it just hit the spot. I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. Cheryl says, Carol, how's the new baby? Oh, he is so adorable. I'm going to go see him again on Monday. I go by and try and see him, but he lives, like 45, about 55 minutes away. So I can't just pop in. But, oh, that reminds me. My goddaughter was asked to sing the national anthem at the Clippers game. She has a beautiful voice. And they contacted her and asked her if she would sing, and she did. Uh, so this past week, so I got to get with her. She just told me, and she's got to tell me all her news and stuff. Her and her husband were looking for somewhere to spend their anniversary. 25 years. That little kid, that little brat has been married 25 years. I can't believe it. I still remember holding her when she was 10 months old, and then when she was a year old in the shopping cart in uh Big Lots, and she's had a beach ball, throwing it up, laughing and laughing. I still remember that, and I look at her. She has kids now that are in their 20s. Do you believe that? Boy, time goes by fast, doesn't it? But anyhow, she sang, and I'm going to go over her house and see my little baby. But she said he's turned into quite the chunker. She said he's like a big ball of fat. He's gobbling down that milk from his mama. So she said he's gotten quite chubby, and so I can hardly wait. And I will do a video when I go see him on Monday, and I'll do a video and let you guys see the little chunker. Sheila says, I do, Lindy. You can do anything that you put your mind to. Well, that's what they say. When you have a made up mind, you can do it. Hey, Marie. Hello, hello. How are you? Let me adjust this. Maria, how are you doing? Everyone's saying hello. Lindy says, absolutely. Sylvie says, Lindy, you are also an inspiration to me. Yep, Lindy's another inspiration. Catherine says, thank you guys for the warm welcome. Oh, we're glad to see you here. Cheryl says, it's also called greed. Yeah, there does seem to be a lot of that going around, Cheryl. A lot going around these days. What an honor, Catherine says. Nora says, not always that simple, Cheryl. I had a store for many years, and no one realizes how hard it is to keep a store going. Well, I've never had a store, so you're right. I would not know the ins and outs of that, Nora. Marilyn, hey, Marilyn is saying Savers thrift store is the worst. Really? They have the original price tags and charge more than that. What? Wait a minute. You mean to tell me they have an item that someone donated new with the original price tag and they're charging more than that? They aren't even able to put the new notations on the floor. They've filled containers packed to the gills. So do you ever just take, because if that happened, if I saw that, I would take it up there and I'd say, hey, what's happening here? Because I would think that they would make a change, on the price. Because that's kind of crazy, really? Be pricey, charging more than the retail price. Barbara says, I know here in Minnesota, some of Savers prices are ridiculous. I had seen dresses for $20.99. Wow. I haven't been in Goodwill because their prices are to the moon. Well, I'll tell you, there is a Goodwill down here. Their dresses are still $6.99. Well, their blouses went up, but their dresses are still about $6.99 and $7.99. Between $6.99 and $8.99, and I mean some really nice dresses. So, but I guess it depends on what areas you're in, because some highfalutin areas they charge more because I guess they figure people that live around there can pay more, and then the lower income areas the prices tend to be lower. I've found. I don't know. What have you guys found? Marilyn says, Oh, donations, not notations. Okay, okay. Sylvie says, "Oh, yes, Carol, I'd love to see your puppy again." Oh, yeah. I can hardly wait to see Mowgli again. Oh my goodness, I am looking so forward to seeing that little rascal. Uh, Cuddles and Chunky. Yeah. Uh, that's the Iris is saying that. Maria says, "I'm okay. Thank you so much. Hugs to everyone." Oh my goodness. Uh, um, Cheryl says, Nora, I do understand, but when pricing at thrift stores are way out of the norm, it becomes unfair. Yeah, because I mean, I'll be honest, I will pay more in a regular department store for something than I will in a thrift store. When I'm in a thrift store, I'm going there with a certain mindset, and that mindset is I want to get a bargain. But then I don't really shop at regular department stores anymore. Well, I take it back. Shop at Ross, but that's kind of I don't consider that a regular department store. It's really a discount store. I will shop at Ross. Now, I'll tell you what, Jess had a prom and we found her prom dress at Ross. I think it was on sale for $12 or something. I mean, it was really, really cheap for a prom dress. So anymore, if you can find sales at Ross, you can beat thrift store prices a lot of times. Um, Sylvie says, Nora, having a secondhand store sounds like a lot of work to me, not just a matter of ordering what you need when you need it either. Having any store is a lot of work. Nora says, I have no idea about the secondhand stores. I'd go to Salvation Army, but I'm not buying anything these days. I have way too much. Yeah, I really have way too much too. In fact, I am looking to, I'm going to take a haul and I'm going to put a whole lot of stuff on Facebook Marketplace, and then I'm going to let you guys know how much I was able to sell it for. And we'll see if I'm going to. My goal, let's see, my goal is in 3 months to make $1,000 from clothes that I sell on Facebook Marketplace starting in March. That's my goal, is to make $1,000. I'd really like to make that $1,000 in 2 months. But I'll let you guys know. I'll take you along with me, show you what I'm posting, and we'll see what happens. Marilyn says, yes, in Southern California, thrift shops identifying as high-end boutiques. We love to treasure hunt when we travel. Oh yeah, I love anytime I'm gonna be in a city for a whole day, I love looking up thrift stores and finding thrift stores, or if it's on a weekend, finding a garage sale. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Uh Lindy says, gotta go. Have a great week. You too, Lindy. You too. Everyone's saying bye. What I wanted to talk to you about, and I said on the thumbnail for this video, is stay tuned for the rest of the story. And I wanted to talk about the importance of community and being part of a caring, supportive community. I don't mean just maybe in a building that's a senior building, but I mean having even neighbors around, how important that was. And it really was highlighted to me today. I had to stop by the bank to check on something today. And as I was pulling into the parking lot, I noticed these two older women. One was little petite, kind of fragile, and the other was taller, but on a walker. And you could tell they were both rather fragile. And as they're walking up to the door, I'm still in my car, I hadn't gotten out yet. The petite one opened the door for the one on the walker, and she walked up, and as I walked in, I got up and she was holding the door, and I told her, I said, go on in, I'll hold the door for you. She goes, no, I'm going to stay out here, I'm her caregiver. I said, really? She goes, yeah, but I need a caregiver. I was laughing, and we got to talking a little bit. I think she was either 83 or 86, and then I talked to the person who she had driven the person on the walker there. The person on the walker is 97, and they live, I don't know if they live in separate houses or if it's a building that's a senior building, but the little lady, she has a caregiver who comes over and helps her, but she's helping her neighbor, driving her to the bank that's down it's only a couple blocks from where they live. But obviously on a walker she couldn't walk there. But I was talking to the older lady who is 97, and I may interview her, I don't know, we'll see. But I was saying, how important do you think it is to have a community around you and people who check on you and see if you're okay? And she was saying it is so, so critical. Now, the little lady, she says, "Oh, I have a daughter. She comes and checks on me all the time." But I don't know about the older lady who's 97, if she has family or not. But I thought, it would be kind of an interesting video to do. And I think I'm going to see if I can't interview her. But it reminded me, I interviewed someone named Liz a while back, and she said something that I thought was so true, and I've repeated it many times, but it resonated with me, and I don't think I'll ever forget what she said. She said, "It's not good." She said, what she said is, "Aging is not something to do alone." And I thought, if that isn't a wise, wise sentiment. And I was looking at these two little ladies, the 80-some-year-old and the almost 100-year-old lady, and how, one was helping the other. And you it's not, you can't be a lone wolf as you get older. It just doesn't work. You have to have friends. If you don't have family, you have to have friends, supportive neighbors, someone. It is critical, you know, but it's just so important. Jackie says, "I sell lots on Marketplace, use it to pay off my car early." Ooh, Jackie, I'll have to talk to you. You have to tell me how to do it, because I have no idea how to do it. I don't even know how to post stuff. But yeah, I would be very interested in doing that. So we'll talk, Jackie. And we'll see. Well, because I have an idea for something that I'll talk to you about, Jackie. Vaughn says, "Carol, try yard sales in rich neighborhoods. It's pretty amazing. Some things at the university colleges during move out." Now that move out and move in week. Now I bet that would be an amazing, because they're getting ready to go home and trying to get rid of stuff. That's a smart move, Vaughn. That's a very smart move. Desiree says, "Good evening, everyone. Sorry for not being able to individually tag everyone." Oh, Desiree, don't even worry about it. There's too many people in here to try and say hi to everyone. Just say hi, hi all. That's what sometimes you have to do. Everyone's saying hello, hello. Uh, um, Marilyn Fuentes is says, "Beautiful, uh be careful on Marketplace. Arrange the meet up at the police station, and don't even communicate with responders that say, 'My uncle, sister will pick up. I will Zell you now.' Big scam." Okay, check on Nextdoor. Well, I know someone who does a lot of stuff on Marketplace and makes a pretty good, decent amount of money. So I'm going to try Marketplace, but I will only do it in public places. And in fact, what I think I'll do is the library, and they'll have to come inside the library, where there's other people around. I don't know if I want to do it at the police station, because, everyone might not be comfortable. I mean, everyone that you never know, you may be doing it with people who might have warrants or something, might even have traffic warrants, so they may not be willing to go to the police station. But I think inside a library, I think I would feel okay about doing. Desiree says, "I need to learn how to sell on Marketplace too." Well, I'll tell you what, Jackie, do you want to do a video on how to sell on Marketplace? Maybe we'll do a video on Jackie's YouTube channel about how to sell on Marketplace. I'll talk to you about it, Jackie. We'll talk about it. Sylvie says, Vaughn says, "Sylvie, you can't imagine all the decent, nice stuff college kids throw away? Oh, I could. Because when you're young, you don't really often. Now, some when I was young, because we grew up poor, so I knew the value of stuff. I wasn't letting go of anything. But a lot of young kids, their parents are paying their bills, they're on grants or whatever, they don't have to pay for anything. They don't really value things like they will later in life when they're paying for it. Catherine, Fabulous 60, says, people don't check on people anymore. My people don't, friends either. I try and check on people. Even a phone call makes a difference. Yeah, even a phone call, just, who, Nora, you're really good on that, on checking on me and seeing how I'm doing. I so appreciate it. It's and I try to, but I'm not as good. But it really is important to check on people. I know if I don't talk to my brother Donald, speaking of Donald, where is he? He's not in here today. He's usually on the live. But if a week goes by, because we usually talk every day or every other day, if a whole week goes by, he's calling me, finding out, hey, what's happening? Are you okay? So, yeah, it is important. It really is important to aging, even if you're younger, but aging is not something to do alone. It really is not. Desiree says, my Social Security disability check is a blessing. Don't get me wrong, but I can barely make ends meet. I'm raising my grandson. Let me ask you something, Desiree. Have you checked into, there's a program called, my mind is gone. Kinship program. Look up kinship programs. They're across the country, and they often will provide things for you. They will provide different, like even clothing, school supplies. Check and find out. Hit me up on Glorious Life on Wheels at Gmail, Desiree. Where are you? What state are you located in? um, if you're raising your grandson, there very well might be resources out there available for you. So, yeah, and we'll talk. We'll talk. It depends on whether you got him through CPS or it was just your son or daughter just presented him to you to raise, or but we'll talk. Hit me up on Glorious Life on Wheels at Gmail, and we'll talk about that, because I raised my great niece, who's my daughter, because I adopted her. But there are resources out there, but a lot of times the people who are in the position to know about it don't tell you. You'll only find out from either other parents or other grandparents raising grandkids. So, yeah, hit me up, and whatever resources I know about, I'll share with you. Um yeah, no, 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 no. Absolutely not, Desiree. Um you don't give anyone your address on Marketplace. I was really surprised once, this has been years ago when Jessica was just a baby. Um Someone was selling, it was, what was it? It was a play, it was some kind of thing for kids. I forget it. I don't think it was a playpen, but it was something I needed. And this woman had me come to her house. And I was like, because I was a little bit leery. I thought, I don't know, if this person's having me come to their house, they may be gonna mug me, grab me inside. But she opened the door and I could see her kids inside playing. And I stepped inside. I mean, she had me step inside her house, and she goes and gets this stuff and she's showing it to me, and I gave her the money. And as I'm leaving it, I'm thinking that was not a safe situation for either one of us. But I'm thinking this is a young mom with young kids, and she's having people come into her apartment. It was actually an apartment. Her apartment, to give her I was like, whoa, this is not safe. And it wasn't safe what I did either, but at least I kind of stood at the door so I could jam. But if she's letting someone into her apartment, so yeah, absolutely do not have anyone come to your house to pick up anything. No, 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 no. And don't go, I wouldn't go to anyone's house again either. Um, yeah, yeah, absolutely. Desiree says post office would be a good place in case the library doesn't allow it there. Yeah, that's a good point, Desiree. Thank you. That's a good suggestion. Cheryl says, I love selling on Marketplace. Really? Well, there's a young woman, and if you go over there, tell her I sent you. Tell her Glorious Life on Wheels sent you. Her name is Miss M.S. Taffy, Taffy. Taffy or Taffey, and she sells unbelievable amount of stuff, and she makes incredible, but she scours garage sales and thrift stores. So I mean, she does it, I mean, she even has a storage unit where she stores some of the stuff, to keep for different seasons. Like if she finds something that she knows will sell well in the winter, she might buy it in the summer, but she really has it down to a fine science. Go over and check out her YouTube channel. It's called Miss Taffy, Taffey. And again, tell her I sent you, because I want to do some things with her too. Barry says an unbelievable trip is called the world's largest yard sale. It runs, I think, from Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, and I think a little further north. I've done the trip 5 different times. I have always wanted to do that trip, Barry, but I have so much junk in here. I cannot possibly do it until I get rid of some of the junk I have in here. But yes, I have been wanting. I saw about that on KQ, on public broadcast, PBS. They followed it. Someone was driving from state to state, and they showed it. People just have stuff all out in their front yards for hundreds and maybe hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles. You just drive along different highways, and people have all stuff, and you stop, and oh my gosh. But the problem is, if you pile up all the stuff at the beginning, you won't have room in your vehicle at the end, right? When you might hit upon some really good stuff. Here's one thing I'm so sorry I didn't get when I was in Palm Springs. They had a electric keyboard, and it came with the stand. And oh my gosh, they had it for $99. I've since seen one that wasn't as nice as that one, wasn't as big, at another thrift store for $600. And this one was $99. I was there and I was like, oh, do I want to be hauling? We were there for a week, and I was like, do I want to be hauling this around? I didn't. I'm so sorry. Every time I think about it, I kick myself that I didn't get it, because I really wish I'd gotten it now. But yeah, Barry, I want to one day, 2 things I want to do. I want to do that walk in Spain. Sharon, who I interviewed, is going to do it. I want to do the walk in Spain, and I want to do the longest yard sale. 2 things on my bucket list. Desiree says, sadly, the truth, Catherine, about, what did Catherine say? Yeah, people. Oh, okay, yeah, about people not checking on anyone. That's so true, so true. Um, Jackie says, my aunt and her friend of 52 years lived on the same street. The one called my aunt every day at 10 a.m. Wow. And they each had a key to each other's house. Yeah, that's the way it used to be back in the day, but it seems those days are more and more slipping away. I know my friend who lives outside of Chicago, her neighbors, they go over and they shovel her snow for her. They bring her dinner. Uh, Usually someone's bringing her dinner at least a couple, 3 or 4 times. She gets Meals on Wheels, but they also bring her dinner. Whenever they go out to dinner, they'll bring her something. I mean, and this is neighbors on both sides of her, and then a couple, her immediate neighbors on either side, and then the neighbors on the other side of those neighbors. She's in her 80s, and they all check on her. Is that cool or what? My neighbors, they run in the house, so they don't have to. Not the people next door. They just moved in to the right of me. They say hi, but the other, they run in the house, so they don't have to say hi. Ooh, buddy, I'm telling you, it's not the way it used to be. Vaughn said, Barry, I saw a video about that. Sounds neat. It really is, Vaughn. I really want to do that. Amelia says, as I age, Amelia, I snore, fart, and talk to myself using colorful language. As I age, my dog ages too. So the vet gets what's left of savings. Maybe I'll put my storage items for sale. Well, that's a thought, Amelia. I think try it. Can't hurt. Try it and see. Jackie says, yes, we can do marketplace, how to use it. Yeah, okay, Jackie. Um, let's see, when can we do that? We'll talk. I'll call you. I know your number changed. I got your new number, so I've got to change it in my contacts. But yeah, let's do that. Sylvie says, my 94-year-old mother who lives in Canada calls her neighbor every day. If she doesn't call, the neighbor checks on her. It is so important to have community and friends. It's important to have someone know if they don't see you for a couple days that maybe something's wrong. Maybe something happened to you. Look at what happened to Savannah Guthrie's mom. I mean, it's important to know that, to people to know that you're okay. I just can't emphasize how important that is. Especially if you're living alone, especially under those circumstances. I talked with a young woman, and I'm supposed to be interviewing her, but her mom was living alone, and she had been deceased for, I think, 2 weeks before anyone knew that she was deceased. Yeah. It was really, really sad. Very sad. Maria says, Desiree, I am on Social Security too. It is hard. I live in Tampa, Florida, and it is so expensive. It is really hard, because when you look at how much the cost of living has gone up versus how much Social Security goes up, there's no comparison. And Social Security, the increase in Social Security, all it does is usually cover the amount that you are charged extra for Medicare. So it's really no increase at all. But meanwhile, groceries have gone up. In the video that I did the other day, I was talking about how, it's hard to find ground beef for $6. It's hard to, and steaks, forget it. Steaks are like, what, $17, $19 a pound? It's crazy. It really is crazy. Yeah. Desiree says, thank you, Gloria. I appreciate you. I'm in North Carolina. Oh, let me know when you email me. Let me know. I have a brother in North Carolina. So let me know where in North Carolina you are. Vaughn said, Sylvie, are you a nomad? Nora says, my buddy and I check on each other every morning. My neighbors check on me, and I check in with them every so often. That is, yeah, because if you buddies are used to calling you and speaking to you every day, and they call you and can't reach you one day, by the second day they're coming out to check on you, if not that evening. So it's really, really important, because if you slipped and fallen or something, or if you've passed out, someone needs to know so they can render assistance. But if no one is checking on you for weeks on end, that's not good. That is not good. Desiree says, through the court, it started from me going for ER custody. Okay, well, yeah, we'll talk about it, because we'll talk more about some things that I'll be asking you and have you check on and see. But we'll talk more, Desiree. Miss Net says, Catherine, I just subscribed to your channel. Now that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear, that you guys are supporting each other and subscribing to each other and supporting each other. Yay, yay. Well, it's almost time for me. Ooh, it's almost time for me to get off of here. This hour has gone by so fast. Amelia says, who'd want to live with me? As I age, I snore. Well, they can get earplugs. Fart and swear a lot. And I have a dog putting the vet's kids through college. Hey, Amelia, you never know. You may have someone who's hard of hearing, hard of hearing. Their senses are dying, so they can't smell. So you never know. You just never know, Amelia. Uh, oh, Desiree, we have to look out for each other. I tell you, much of this stuff that I have discovered that were help for Jess and services for her were from other parents. That was my source of information. And I tell you, so I try to pass it forward from everyone that passed it on to me. I try and pass it forward to the next person. World Traveler says, check with Council on Aging. That's a good suggestion. Thank you for making that. In your city, town, and state, and they can provide a lot of resources for senior citizens. Absolutely. That's a great for the Council on Aging is a great resource. Also, at senior citizen centers, they have a lot of information often on resources for seniors. Now, I know when I called to check on Meals on Wheels for someone, they told me, I think it was $7 or something per meal, but they said, but we do not turn away anyone if they can't afford it. So if you have a Meals on Wheels near you and you're in a bad situation, they will not turn you away. At least that's what this particular one told me. Also, senior citizen centers say that the donation for lunch is a certain price. But most of them, if you can't afford it, if you can only pay 50 cents for lunch or whatever, they'll accept whatever you can, or if you can't pay anything. So there are resources out there. And yeah, World Traveler, that's an excellent suggestion. Vaughn said Craigslist. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's true. The Craigslist was not yeah, you're right, Vaughn. You do have to be careful. 3 Generations says, gotta go. Sending grandma love to all. All right, thank you, Iris. Amelia says, Marketplace is like, will you take $15 for that $40 plus deliver it up my dirt road and up in the mountains? No. The woman that go check out the channel I told you about, Miss Taffy, Taffy or Taffey. She meets people at outside her storage unit. They come to her, she meets them there, and she's had some people who have said, oh, she maybe agreed to sell for 70, and they will say, well, will you take 60? And she said, no, we agreed on 70. And then they cough up the 70. They cough up what they agreed to pay. They haven't agreed upon agreed amount before they even meet. And when they try and wheel and deal with her and get it lower, she's like, nah, this is what we agreed upon. So Desiree says, oh, wow, that's a garage sale I would love to be able to go to. Yeah. I think they have it in North Carolina, so you might be able to do part of it, Desiree. World Traveler says, check with your local. Oh, yeah, you already said that. I volunteered for Meals on Wheels in the office and would call every month, 6 months to check on recipients. That's a great thing. What a great thing to do to volunteer to help people, World Traveler. Sylvie says, my boyfriend gave me a perfectly good Yamaha keyboard that he found in the trash at the curb. I tell you, on trash day, that was very cool, Sylvie, very cool. But on trash days, you go around, I've seen some beautiful lawn furniture. I guess they're replacing it, but I'm seeing some beautiful lawn furniture out on the curb to be thrown out. Yeah. So Desiree said, I was lucky to have been an army brat from 7 to 16. We lived in Germany and loved it. So many beautiful places to visit. I was an army brat in Germany too, Desiree, but this is years and years and years ago. In fact, my brother was born in Germany. Thank you, Miss Net, the channel that I mentioned, Miss Taffy's. Thank you, Net. I appreciate that. Thank you. Desiree says, my neighbors all keep to themselves. Not at all how neighbors used to be when I was growing up. It's disheartening. It is disheartening. I agree, Desiree. It really is. That's why I was so shocked and delighted when my best friend in Chicago told me about how she had her neighbors looked out for her. So, but in my brother lives in a cul-de-sac, and There's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe up to 10 homes there. They all know each other. They all kind of look out for each other. The kids play with each other. When my brother goes out of town, the next door neighbor keeps an eye on them, even feeds their dog, and vice versa. So they kind of look out for each other. And that's in North Carolina. And a lot of places are still like that in the South, but not every place anymore. It used to be every place, especially in the South, but not so much anymore. Catherine's saying thank you to Miss Net. Yes, thank you, Miss Net. Nora says, I get some home cooked meals now and then from neighbors, and I leave baked goods on others' doors. Oh, that, I wish we had that here. I wish we had that here. Desiree says, thank you, Miss Net. I just subscribed to the channel link you put in comments. Liddell says, I can't even get my remaining family to check on me by text. Well, Liddell, email me and I'll email and check on you on a regular basis. I'll email you and check on you. So email me and I'll check on you, Liddell. I absolutely will. We could, what we could do here? We could, you guys are going to crack up when I say this. I'm joking, but I'm kind of not joking. We could have a buddy system where everyone buddies up with someone and you check on that person at least every other day. Just say hi, how are you? Send him a note. I have a friend in Arizona and he sends me a text almost every other day saying, hey, how's it going? Sending me a quote, something positive, reinforcing, motivational. It's it just brightens my day every time I open up that text and see that. Catherine says, Nora, wish I was your neighbor. Love baked goods. How kind of you. Oh yeah, I've had some of Nora's baked goods. Woo, she can bake. I'm telling you, from first hand tasting, she can bake. Marilyn says, what happened to the Guthries? I don't watch the news. It's still no word. Still no word. That is truly one of the saddest things. When they came on and they said, we're willing to talk to you, we're here to talk, you could see just how heartbroken they were. Let's just say a word of prayer for them right now. Dear Lord, just reach that family, touch them. Please let the mother be okay. Let her come home safe. Let Nancy Guthrie come home safe. Let wherever she is being kept, let them not harming her physically. I know she's being harmed emotionally, but don't let them harm her physically, and let her go back safe to her family and just go in and comfort her family. Oh, I just can't imagine what that must be like, Vaughn says, Liddell, I'll check on you. Yeah, we'll all check on you, Liddell. Let us know how. Desiree says, it's expensive here too. I live in a tourist area in the Outer Banks. It's outrageous here. Oh yeah, you live in a tourist area there, it would be very high. They jack the prices up way, way, way high. Well, just look, me and Jessica went out to breakfast this morning and I had oatmeal at McDonald's. It was $3 or something. When I had it in Quartzsite, I think it was, I went to have oatmeal one day in Quartzsite. I think it was almost $6. And the container it was in, it was way down. It wasn't even half full. At least this container was almost full. Plus, it was $3 and something. There, it was twice as much and not even as much oatmeal. So yeah, when you're in an area where there's a lot of tourists like Quartzsite in the summer, in the winter, yeah, it's gonna be jacked up prices. Yeah, Vaughn. Yeah, it does seem like it's going nowhere. Nora says, thanks, Catherine. We have a lovely group in my building. Always some weirdos, but most are nice. Yeah, there's always going to be a few weirdos everywhere, but Maria says, Desiree, I was very blessed to have traveled. I have been to every continent except Antarctica and Australia, from Egypt across the world to Thailand. Wow. Oh, wow. That is amazing, Maria. You really have lived quite a life. Wow. Um, I don't have my glasses on. Oh, Piano Gal. Hey, Piano Gal. My first Glow Live. Sorry I'm late and missed the rest of the story regarding the elderly caregiver. Love your channel. Thank you for all your tips. Well, thank you for joining. I'm glad you made it. We're just getting ready to close up, though. But World Traveler says someone else should also have a key to your home in case they need to be able to gain access without having the fire department come break down the door. That's true if you have someone nearby that you like that, but I don't, Yeah, Amelia says, laughing out loud, yeah, let's take care of each other. Absolutely. Uh Maria says, I think the whole country is expensive right now. That's true, Maria. I think so too. I think so too. Liddell says the Council on Aging in Texas has programs for Medicaid recipients, but not funded to help if you're not. Really? Well, I'm going to do some research and find out some information on some things. I'm doing more and more research all the time, so I'm going to look into some of this stuff, Liddell, and see. Kuliana says, "All righty, Miss Carol, I'll be emailing you. Okay, soon. Tending to my grandkiddos. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Be safe out there. Blessings, love, and light to all. You too. You too. All right." It's time for me to head out. Anyone who is the first time in the house, oh, I know there's a lot of oh my goodness, a lot of comments I'm missing. But uh anyone first time in the house, can you put a number 1 so I can just say hello to you again, even if I've already said hello to you. If you're first time in the house, if you're a new Globie, can you just say number 1 and I want to greet you. If you have a channel, could you put a C for content creator so I can call out your channel? Okay, who is this? Jim Pack. Hello. Well, welcome, Jim. Welcome, welcome. Come on. You know how we do, everyone. Say hello to Jim. Greet Jim. Anyone else first time in the house? I did greet someone else earlier. If you want to be greeted again, let me know. Say a number 1. If you're a content creator, want me to shout out your channel, please put a C. I know Jackie, do you want to put your name of your channel down? Piano Gal says, bye, Carol and friends. Think I'm going to like this group. I think you will, and we're going to like you too. So that goes both ways. Sylvie says, bye, Globies. Thanks for another great live, Carol. I'll be sure to watch your semi-cab. Oh, you're going to love it, Sylvie. You're going to love it. Everyone's saying hello to Jim. Hello to Jim. Yes, welcome newcomers. Yes, Jim, you're a Globie now. You've been welcomed in, so you cannot go away. You've got to come back because we are welcoming you. We're pulling you into our group. We're pulling you in. Thank you, Piano, and welcome, Piano Gal, number 1. So everyone, welcome, Piano Gal. We love you too, and glad. So hey, have a great week. Have a blessed week. Have just a week that is off the charts good for all of you. And keep it stealth. Go over and check out Jackie's channel, Keep It Stealth. And we're going to do something over there on Marketplace. So I'm going to get some stuff and we're going to do something, Jackie. Oh, and I wanted to let you know, I forgot. Sheila, a lot of people, when I did the videos on Sheila and her crash and her accidents and everything, I don't know if anyone on here was, but I'm going to put a thing on the videos. But a lot of people wanted to know if there was any way that they could contribute towards Sheila. And I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if there was anyone in here, but if there was anyone, she does have. They were asking me if I would do a GoFundMe. I don't do GoFundMes because I don't like handling other people's money. So but she does have a what does she have? She has a Cash App, and it's just under her name, and it is Sheila Sheila Honess, Honess. Can someone, if one of my moderators is still here, Sheila That's Sheila Honess, Honess. Just in case there was anyone here that wanted to know, no one, no pressure or anything. But if anyone wanted to know, she does have a Cash App in her name. All right. Hello, everyone that is new. I'm glad you're here. We will Smedwords are in the house. Well, hello all, and hello to you. We're getting ready to leave, but you have a channel, so go over and check out Smedwords, and anyone else that has a channel, go out and check out Keep It Stealth. I know Catherine Fabulous 60s has a channel, so go and check her out. And I will see you guys all next Saturday. Check out the video. You're going to love this guy and his $300 sleeper cab that he turned into his tiny house on wheel that he pulls with his Honda Element. I can't make this stuff up. All right. Oh, okay. Explore with the Edwards. Sorry, their channel is called Explore with the Edwards. So go over and check out Explore with the Edwards. And I will see you guys. Go over and check out Nora, her artwork at Nora Keg over at Etsy. Nora Keg over at Etsy. Oh my goodness, I tell you, I'm losing it here. I'm losing it for sure. All right, love you all. I will see you next week, and stay tuned because I have some great videos coming up this week too. Have a good week, everyone. Stay warm if you're in cold weather. I'll see you next week.